Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Walji.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Your work currently is focused on empowering more women to be able to join the tech sector in Pakistan. This was especially fascinating to me because I've always felt that Pakistan as a whole needs more opportunities for their youth to learn coding. What made you want to undertake this initiative, and can you tell us more about how it is going? What challenges are you facing as you work on Code Girls?
Thank you, and it's great being here, and I'm really honored and humbled by the award. Before I answer the question that you posed, really a word about service and social entrepreneurship, which is what led us to create the Code Girls program. Really, at a very young age, I came across this quote by Muhammad Ali, the boxer, and he said that service to humanity is a rent that you pay for your room on this planet. And truly, I mean, that's been an inspiration to say, human services, serving humanity has been my MO for many, many years. Especially with regards to the Code Girls program, women empowerment. Well, when we founded the United Global Initiative in collaboration with the Jaffer Family Foundation, which is based right here in New York, we looked at the landscape and we wanted to serve the marginalized communities. And we focused as one of our pillars of work was women empowerment. We came across a statistic, particularly in Pakistan, that less than 20% of our women were gainfully employed in the workplace. And we looked at to say, what are the quick wins that we can do? And we looked at the gender parity or at least bridging the gender gap in the IT industry in Pakistan, which is what brought us to the Code Girls program, where we now have over 1,300 girls who've gone through the program, and some of them are now well employed in the Pakistani IT industry. But that's not the only thing that we do in terms of women empowerment. At the University of Karachi, at IBA, we've just graduated 80 women who went through an entrepreneurship track as such. And that's again been our MO to say social entrepreneurship, which is different from traditional philanthropy. Within traditional philanthropy, you are able to assist and it's a good thing. But social entrepreneurship is that the recipient must be empowered so that they do not need a philanthropy anymore. And that truly is the essence of the work. And that's why we are encouraged to do more and more work across the world on social entrepreneurship.
Throughout your career, you have worked towards the improvement of our communities and are being recognized for the Lifetime Community Services Award today. Can you share more with us about your background and what inspired you to become more involved in your community?
Sure. So one thing with Code Girls program is that we are in the industry. The trainers that we have are actually coders themselves. They are not professors from computer science degrees. These are people who do coding for day to day. And what we do is we look at industry trends. Today, the industry trends are in data sciences, in terms of robotics, in terms of virtual reality. These are the emerging fields that we have. Cybersecurity. So our plan is to ensure that when our students grow through the programs, they're not learning what was required yesterday. We prepare them for what is going to be required tomorrow. And because being in the industry, we're able to look at the trends and we're able to look at where the industry is going. So we prepare our students to actually fulfill those needs as they emerge. And those are our plans. Number two, we pilot project that we did with the IBA in Karachi. We had about 80 women who went to this boot camp, which was an entrepreneurship boot camp, and some amazing projects they came up with. Our plan after the pilot is to ensure that we at least bring in 5,000 women into the program, which is going to impact at least 25,000 people, in that society. That's our goal. That's our vision over the next 5 years.
If you could give one piece of advice to the youth, what would it be?
one principle that I have applied to my own life, which I'd like to share. When you volunteer, and our youths are great, they love to volunteer. Today we see here, young people sitting at the desk, doing whatever. You're doing an interview. Everyone's here so motivated. And that's great that you volunteer. But the one issue that we have is sustainability of that volunteerism. That you'll volunteer for the day and then you go your merry way, do what you have to do, and then the next event and you're volunteering again. To me, volunteering is a sustained effort that you build on it, day after day after day. You are in that mindset. And the second thing is that when you volunteer, and please mark my words, when you volunteer, it is voluntary to volunteer. Nobody asked you to volunteer. You said, I'd like to do this, or you were encouraged to do it. But you know what? Once you have volunteered, it's no longer voluntary. It's mandatory that you take a commitment, that you deliver on the commitment. That's where sustainability comes in. And the third thing that I've learned from my mentors and elders is, in the morning, when you begin your day, if you volunteered for something, particularly it's for a cause of your faith or serving humanity, do that first. Before you get on, if you have the luxury of being able to do that first in the morning. And then go with your other daily chores, routines, whatever you have to do. Because your daily stuff is never going to end. You're going to wait till your personal thing is done. Until you tackle the voluntary stuff, it'll probably never get done. You do this, it's a small piece of work, you get on with it, you then get on with your life. The barakah that you get by starting something which is for serving humanity and your faith is immense. And truly, I have personally benefited from that barakah, starting my day, doing something which I ask myself two questions. This is what I'm going to do for humanity, serve the community, I have the blessings. Two questions I ask myself. Is Allah pleased with what I am doing? Number two, is the community, humanity going to benefit? If the answer is yes to those questions, go for it, despite what anybody else tells you, or there are many detractors in this field, and there are many other impediments that come. If you have said yes to these two questions, inshallah, you will succeed and you go for it.